All right, today we are doing the first episode of Men Must Cook, and we are doing a beef roast with vegetables in the crock pot because I want to address, as we've talked about, making sure that we're taking away the excuses. I don't have time. I will keep track of how long it takes me to cut up the vegetables so that you have an idea. But really what I've done is I've got a 3-pound rump roast, which normally there's chuck roast, there's more fat. This is a little leaner than most, but I want to show you what this looks like. I put salt and pepper on it pretty heavily. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder on it, and I may be out of fresh garlic, so unfortunately I may have to use garlic. We'll see. All right, here's what we're going to add to the 3-pound beef roast. Just get them cut up. They don't have to be uniform. All right, now we're going to add in the potatoes first. Try to go as even as possible. Then the mushrooms. And the carrots. And then finally the onions. All right. Now I'm going to go another round of salt and pepper. If I was doing chicken, I would probably put a can of tomatoes in. I'm not, because this is a beef dish. I'm also going to go with Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to be generous with that. That's going to give us some flavor. All right. And because I am out of garlic, I'm going to add some garlic. I prefer fresh, but the reality is I screwed up and didn't buy any. So we're going to put the lid on this. It took me about 9 minutes to cut the vegetables. Going to put the lid on and let it cook all day. You come home from work, kids' activities, dinner is ready. All right, we're going to check this. It's been cooking on high for 4 hours. Normally I'll cook it on low for 8, but we eat a bigger meal in the middle of the day instead of later. All right, it's done, so we are going to pull this out. And you can see the steam coming off. Look at those veggies. Absolutely delicious. Normally I use chuck roasts. Like I said, this was a different roast from the cow. Oh, time to sharpen the scissors, huh? All right. Taste chunks of meat. And there we go. And that's why they had the strings, because all right, so beef roast in a crock pot. It was total prep time of under 15 minutes, and you let it slow cook all day. And what'd you think?
It's really good.
All right, it's delicious. It has leftovers if there's only 2 or 3 of you. And again, if you have a bigger family, you could add more potatoes, or you can add a salad. But at the end of the day, it took 15 minutes to make, and you let it slow cook all day. Apologize to your dogs if you have them in the house, because they got to smell it. Because about 2 hours in, it starts releasing all of the aroma, and it is brutal when you work from home. Trust me. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.